Hello guys, welcome to my channel Psych Wisdom, and thank you guys for watching the video. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, then do it now, and also turn on the notification and like and share the video and leave your comments in the comments. Express ideas. Feel free to comment, I'll be waiting for your feedback. So let's start today's video, which is going to be very special and interesting, so are you ready? When we are meeting someone for the first time, we are bombarded with information. It can be difficult to figure out what kind of person they are. Therefore, it is important to understand how we communicate. According to experts, 55% of what we communicate comes from body language, 38% from tone of voice, and only 7% of what we actually say. This means that when we meet someone for the first time, we have to take care of these things. 3 factors, other than what a person's appearance might suggest. So, if you want to get an insight into someone's personality when you first meet them, pay up. Pay attention to the following tips, starting from the bottom of the head. Eye contact. Eye contact. They often say that the eyes are the window to the soul. The key to knowing what kind of eye contact someone is giving you is to pay attention. Idea, context. For example, if a person literally can't take their eyes off you, it could mean that there is a romantic interest. On the other hand, when you look someone in the eye, and they can't bring themselves looking back at you, is a sign that they are either nervous, or that they have found something hiding. That said, if you're talking to someone who's staring at you, especially if they are very quiet and don't blink, something is definitely up, and they are lying. The eyebrows. Eyebrows. If you want to see how comfortable someone is, take a look at their eyebrows. There are 3 main emotions that raise your eyebrows: surprise, worry, and fear. Try raising your eyebrows when you're having a casual conversation with a friend. It's hard to do, isn't it? If someone raises their eyebrows while talking to you, and the topic isn't logical, cause surprise, worry or fear, this is a sign that they are feeling quite uncomfortable. Smile. Smile. When it comes to smiling, the mouth can lie but the eyes cannot. Real smiles reach the eyes, crinkling the skin and forming crow's feet around them. People often smile to hide what they are really thinking and feeling, so next time you want to know if someone's smile is genuine, look for wrinkles at the corners of their eyes. If they're not there, that smile is hiding something. What they say. What do they say? If you are meeting someone for the first time, and they only talk about themselves, compliment a wonderful better half or your work colleagues, chances are, they are very beautiful, self-respecting human being. Studies show that the more people rate others as kind, polite, loving and well-mannered, they are more likely to possess these traits as well. However, the reverse is also true. Anyone who backstabs and describes others as manipulative and dirty is more likely to do so. Keep these traits in yourself. They may also have a history of depression or a personality disorder. Paralanguage. Pari-tongue. Paralanguage is nonverbal communication, such as your tone, manner, or manner of speaking. Basically, it's a fancy way of saying that you need to pay attention to how someone says it. For example, if someone is responding to you in monotone, they are most likely disengaged, according to your imagination, and not interested. The use of sarcasm is another good example. When someone uses sarcasm, the person actually means the opposite. Say the words. So, pay attention to what emphasis they put on words and how they say it. This gives you a big clue as to what their true intentions are. Keep an eye out. Side glance. People who are warm and ready to meet you will have their body in front of you and they will look you in the eye. On the other hand, if you've just met someone and they immediately look away, this is a sign of subconscious language that means they are looking for an escape. Repeated nodding. Repeated nodding. Nodding is usually a sign that someone agrees with you. But an exaggerated head nod can signal apprehension about approval. When you're saying something to someone, and they nod their heads excessively, it means them worried about what you think of them, or doubting your ability to follow through your instructions. On the other hand, frequent head nods can also be subconscious signals that are cues to get the other person to move on, just like when a person keeps looking at themselves, see or touch their car keys. Chin and jaw. Chin and jaw. When someone is trying to make a decision, he rubs his chin. They may be looking up, down, or to the side. This is a sure sign that they are deep in thought. A clenched jaw is a sign of stress. Regardless of what the person is saying, it indicates considerable discomfort. The conversation may be moving towards something they are uncomfortable about. Or they may have brains be anywhere else, and they're focusing on what's stressing them out. Condition. Currency. How a person carries themselves can give you some clues about their self-esteem. For example, if someone is walking straight with their shoulders back and looking straight ahead. Further, it signals that they feel good about themselves and have confidence. However, if one is walking and looking at the ground, he gives a very different impression. That doesn't necessarily mean they have low self-esteem, but that's the message it gives. Rub hands. Rubbing hands. It is believed that the hands broadcast what the head is thinking. When a person rubs their hands together, it usually means they have a positive feeling about something. People usually do this when they expect something good to happen in the future, and they are excited about it. Handshake. Handshake. You can tell a lot from a person's handshake. Soft and sticky, and they are likely to be submissive or pushover. Very tough and crushing, and these are potentially overbearing types. Length of time is also important. Too long and it's awkward, but too short can indicate some form of conflict. It is possible that the person does not want to be intimate with you. But it can also mean that they don't have much time. Leaning in or away. Lean in or away. If a person leans towards you, it's a clear sign that they're interested. What do you have to say? What you may not know is that it is also a sign of respect. When people approach you and lean towards you during a conversation, it shows that they do you want to trust? It makes you feel reliable and valued. However, if someone leans back, it shows that they are tired of the conversation, or maybe they feel uncomfortable for some reason. Holding the baby. Holding the baby. Well, this one sounds weird, but it's good to know. If you're meeting someone for the first time, and she's just a new mom, see which arm they use to hold the baby. Studies show that happy mothers hold their babies in their left arms, while stressed and depressed mothers usually hold their babies in their right arms. Crossed arms, legs. Arms and legs crossed. Have you ever had a conversation with someone who crossed their arms or legs while you were there? Are you talking to them? If you're on a first date, or if you're trying to introduce someone to a new idea, this is it. Not a good sign. Crossed arms and legs are physical barriers that suggest the other person is not open. What you are saying. Even if they are smiling and engaged in pleasant conversation, their body language tells the story. Psychologically, crossing the legs or arms indicates that a person is mentally, emotionally, and they are physically closed off from what is in front of them. On the same note, the direction of one's footsteps is also quite revealing. A person who likes you will have both feet in your direction. However, if their feet move toward the door, it means they've had enough and want it. Shoes. Shoes. A person's shoes can tell you a lot about their personality. Apparently, we all make judgments about people's shoes, but studies show that they are beautiful. Right. Nervous people will have new or very clean shoes. Sociable types will wear practical shoes, quiet people have an affinity for uncomfortable people. Boots, and aggressive people wear ankle boots. Just take a look at your shoes. Does your personality type fit with theirs? Overall appearance. Overall appearance. How a person dresses and presents themselves can say a lot. If the person's hair is in place, their clothing is pressed, and they show attention. For style, they can be very detail-oriented. Someone with a more comfortable wardrobe or bedhead can be creative, or just messy. And then take someone who looks decrepit and smelly, they can be really lazy. The person. Copying body language. Copying body language. If you've never tried reading people before, this is something you probably haven't considered. But, pay close attention in the future, because when someone imitates your body language, it means that they feel so good about you, that they want to get along with you. This is a sign that the conversation is going well and the other party is receptive. On your message. This is done unconsciously, because no one goes around with the intention of outright copying someone. But when we feel comfortable with people, we tend to do what they do. Some of us are very good at reading the signs people leave behind, while others are so bad that they need the other person to come out and tell it straight. What is on their mind? Reading people isn't easy, but if you can do it, it's a fantastic skill. Of course, everyone is different, so their words and actions can always be interpreted or not be correct. But hopefully, with these tips, you'll be well on your way.